Okay, guys. Oh, there's the fire, guys. Here's me. Hold on. Here's little Hannah. Say hi, Hannah. Say hello. Guys, are you all there? Are you all there? Uh-oh. I can't see anything, guys. Let's see. Live chat. Hey, Charlotte. How are you? Charlotte, I don't know if you know this, but your first name is my twin sister's name. And that's, of course, Charlotte. And then your middle name is my only daughter in this whole world. She's right in between the two sons. And her middle name is Elizabeth. So you have got really cool names there. Hi, Jordan. Hey. Oh, you all are so sweet and good. Hey, Maria. Oh, little fat Jessie. Oh, your little dog. She has the little collar on right now. And so she's sad, isn't she? Hannah sends her condolences. She does. I hope you guys can hear me. And I hope that this thing isn't spinning around for you because it seems like that I found a place in my house where it actually kind of picks up pretty good, guys. Yay. Hey, Gary from Scotland. I always love it when you say that. That's so cool. My little grandmother, um, her people were from Ireland and Scotland. And she was the cutest little thing, guys. And she used to say the funniest little things like, Charlotte and I would say, well, we're going to go do this, this, this. She'd say, you'll play thunder. And I don't know what that meant, but we'll play thunder, I suppose. Guys, I'm drinking like pumpkin spice creamer in my coffee. Hey there, Jane. Oh, I'm so glad that you guys can hear me. And this darn thing. Hey, Diane from Alabama, how are you? I'm so glad. Thank you, Miss KJ. I need prayers. I do, guys, because you know, a lot of you guys know this that I've had the that really fast thyroid. It's called Graves' disease, which is kind of ominous in and of itself. And so I don't really like talking about it because it's kind of like gives power to it or something. But and then they say that Hashimoto like syndrome that goes along with it. So I've had it for a really long time, guys, like since '07. And in the beginning, they didn't think they could get it under control, guys. Um, oh, your youngest daughter's in labor right now. And your first granddaughter. Oh, okay, Jennifer. You know that I will. That you know that I will, because you guys got those grandbaby boys, don't you? Oh, and this is the first little girl. Oh, Diane from Texas. Well, all righty then. Oh, hey, Barry for the Lord and Diane. Oh, little pancake says hi. What a little angel that she is. Oh, guys. But yeah, just to let you all know, kind of like what's going on. They've been taking my blood work usually about once every 3 months for years now, just to see if I'm under control with it or if it's getting too fast, or because it can make everything speed up, like your heart rate and your blood pressure and all these things. And the symptoms can be really bad too. You have good days and bad days. I mean, really, just like you would with any autoimmune disease, pretty much. But when it's not being maintained and it's not really being controlled, which is what's going on with mine right now, the medicine failed me a couple of years ago and I went into remission. And it was really a miracle because I was in the endocrinologist's office, and this was back in the late spring of 2017. And she said, well, you got two choices. And by about Labor Day, you're going to have to make a decision on radiation or surgery. And I said, or, there's the third choice, which is really my first choice. And Jesus could put me in remission for a couple of years now, couldn't he? And she goes, yeah, he really could. And he did. But it was just like that. It was just for a couple of years. And then I don't know if it was just too much stress or whatever I was going through with the move this summer and the heat and all, or if it was just time, and it's the Lord's will. So, um, I've had it many years, and it's probably always been leading to this. And I just never thought that it would ever come down to this. I always thought that, um, you know, that we'd be gone by then, and we could still be, because I don't think they're going to have me do it like next week or anything. They're going to want me to meet with the surgeon first, and get to know him. And he's supposedly a general surgeon. I mean, that removes your thyroid. I'm not going to have the radiation done because it's too much. I've already had one eye surgery, and I've had some eye problems, and so they didn't want to do it that way. So, and then they'll have to get the medication adjusted, which they say takes like a year and a half, 2 years to do it. So, no, I'm not on any medication for it now. See, I was on, it's called propithiuracil, which is kind of like insulin, I guess, to a diabetic, except it's a hormone that they give you when your thyroid is really, really, really fast, like what mine was. And they called it PTU for short, because who can say propithiuracil, right? Say that 3 times real fast. Even to a pharmacist, they can't even do it. They just go, "Are you here to get your PTU?" Oh, yeah, that's what I'm here for. Mm. But it's like a hormone type thing that your thyroid is supposed to make on its own. But that's what they gave me, because they tried me on methimazole first, and uh, my liver didn't like it. I was turning yellow, and my eyeballs were turning yellow. It was kind of crazy, guys. So these kind of things are really powerful, really. I mean, to not be anything that makes you feel good anyway. But that kind of medicine too, they say that like if the average person were to take it that doesn't have a thyroid problem, you'd probably gain like 60 pounds in 2 or 3 months. I mean, seriously. And so, since my medication failed, I was fine, for a couple of years. And like I said, I proclaimed it over myself, and apparently it was almost like it just came out of my mouth. I'm just like, yeah, or the Lord could put me in remission for a couple of years, and He did. And she goes, yeah, but I find that hard to believe with as far along as you are in this, but He really did, guys. And but then just recently, I had a really bad result come back about a month or 6 weeks ago, and I told a couple of people about it, but I was hoping that when they rechecked it, because they said that sometimes like there can be a fluke, and then it'll just start going back the other way, but apparently it didn't. Yeah, I know it. You said that medicine almost killed you. I understand. The methimazole just about shut me down too. And it really did. And Alex is the one who caught it, because he's like, Kim, he goes, your liver's failing. And I'm just like, oh, yeah, Alex, I suppose you're a doctor now. And I was so upset because I was having to like give up my career. And guys, I mean, I worked in banking for well over 20 years, and I'd gone to school for all of that. I mean, just for you guys who don't know me as well and everything, I was the one who went to school, and made good grades. And, I even have a master's degree in finance and economics, and, you know, always wanted to work, in banking. And I worked for Wells Fargo, and I wrote loans for a lot of different banks for about 16 years before I went to go work for them exclusively. And, it was really sad, guys. My symptoms were so bad that the endocrinologist told Alex just to get my affairs in order, that more than likely they would not be able to get it under control, because, the Lord, he heals us, to a degree as He wishes for His will. And I really feel like that for many, who knows, years or at least months, that my numbers weren't showing what the blood work was showing, because based upon the levels that I had, this hyperthyroidism is what they called it. They said that my pulse should have been like 180, and like my blood pressure should have been just sky high, like 200 over 100. And guys, I was clicking along with about a 68 pulse, and a 90 over 60 blood pressure. So it completely threw them off, because my numbers were so low, as far as my heart and my blood pressure. But yet at the same time, like the blood work, they just said, well, she should be dead. She should be dead. She should not be alive. What's going on? And they had to run it through the lab, and it blew the doctor's minds. And they called me at like 7:30, 8 o'clock at night at my house, and there's like, "Are you all right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." So the doctors don't know everything, do they, guys? But sometimes the Lord, he'll send somebody our way, and I've had lots of surgeries, guys, and the Lord's always sent the right ones. And all of my kids went into the medical profession, and there are born again believers in the medical profession, guys. There still are. And I love you guys too. Wow, little pancake and safe center and ready to fly and cute little Kim Fisher. Oh, and Hannah's walking all around the house, you guys, with that bone that Kim Fisher sent her last week. Oh my goodness. I told my mother, I said, when that bone is gone, we're gonna have some serious problems. We're gonna have to get Hannah another one. Oh my goodness. Yeah, honey. Hi, Allie. That was Alex. Come here, Hannah. Say hi to everybody. Come here. Come here, little Hannah. There you are, pretty girl. Oh, do you like the do you like that, little Hannah? Come here, little Hannah. Oh, oh, oh. Look, guys. Little Hannah. She doesn't want me to hold on to her like that. Oh. No, I haven't been opening too many boxes, guys. I really haven't. I mean, I felt so bad, guys. I've done enough. Like I've got all my kitchen set up because mom's a diabetic, and I cook most of the meals that we eat. And so all of that's good. And I had to get my kitchen set up right away, like the first couple days that I was in here. And then um as far as that goes, our bedrooms and bathrooms and all of that. But, I'm still working on my living room, guys. Apparently, I have a really cute fireplace, and that's about it. Here's my mirror, guys. Let me see if I can show it to you. Hold on. There it is. Okay. There it is. Whoa. I don't even know. It looks like a TV. I don't have. Oh, that's my phone. Guys, that's a reflection. I'm so silly. Goodness. Okay. Okay. Like, why unpack when we're leaving? Right. Right. Oh my goodness, that is so true. Yes, yes, yours being right, Jennifer. Yeah, see, that's the thing is that, and then with this thing, you said yours being low caused you to gain weight, and it's just like with this thing, guys. I mean, like since we moved into this house, I think I've lost 20 pounds. You can't hold on to it. You just can't. Not when it starts spiraling out of control like that. I'm not. I'm not in remission anymore. So. So it's going to be okay, guys. And Jennifer, I pray for you too. And I know it because the slow thyroid, I'm sure feels really bad too, guys. I'm sure it does. My mom has that, and my grandfather had that. Her daddy, and they say that that's where this hyperthyroidism comes from. Is when you've had a few people in the family that kind of have endocrinology problems anyway, like diabetes or slow thyroids. That's where this comes from. Oh. Yes, Jesus wanted her to have it. Goodness gracious, Kim, I should say. Gotta drink my coffee, y'all. Oh, little gin bug, you cute little thing. Aw, you guys, you don't know about gin bug. Let me just tell you something, not to embarrass you, Jennifer, but that's Jennifer White for you guys who do not know her. And she and her husband have the most blessed bees in the whole nation, just to let you know. Because I've had a lot of honey, like over the years, a whole lot of different kinds. Like they'll say, "Oh, this is the sweet clover honey," or "This is the Silver Creek Springs honey," or this, and all these things. Well, let me tell you something. Jennifer and her husband have these bees that Jennifer sent me some of that honey one time. Y'all, I could barely get any of it. Alex almost ate the whole thing. Mom got a little bitty bit of it, and I got some. Alex loved it. But it was so good, guys. It really was. And Alex has kind of a sweet tooth. I always have to kind of watch that because I had the gestational diabetes when I was pregnant with the boys. And so I've always watched it a little bit so I don't go completely hog wild. But I mean, like, but that's the beautiful thing about honey is it just works with you. It just works with you like that. It's so healing. Oh, look at you guys. Oh, that's right. Amen. Amen, Brother David. Yeah, that's right. Not everybody, you know, puts their parents away. And I mean, God willing that the Lord will help me and that I'll always be strong enough to. And and that mom never gets, ever too sick to, because I think it would kill her. I really do. I don't think mom could do that, because mom's very independent type person still, even though that I help her. She was a vet, and she's got 4 postgraduate degrees, guys. I mean, she's a retired vet, a Vietnam War era vet. She is a retired school teacher. She was a librarian. She has a master's degree in English education, a rank 1 in English education, a master's in industrial and community counseling, and a master's degree in library science. Now, hello. I'm like, hello. I mean, so yeah, the type of person she is, it would be very hard for her to, um, and I wouldn't want her to have to do that. So as long as I'm still drawing a breath on this planet, guys, I'm going to help her, and she's going to stay with me. And she helps me too. I mean, like it works that way, guys. Can y'all hear me, by the way? I'm glad you guys are. I don't even know how this thing works. Yeah, Jim Bug, I'm going to tell her. I'm going to say thank you for your service, Hootie. And it is Mama Hootie. That's right. That's right. Mercedes knows. It is true, guys. Oh, Sharon, you're on here too. Oh, you guys just have no idea how much love I have for you. Y'all like the little fireplace. I got it going on over here, don't I? And little Hannah's right by Mama's feet. See, there she is, guys. There's little Hannah. Oh, it's just sitting right there beside its mama. Oh, the other night when almost all of us were over there on Sabrina's channel, and that poor woman was trying to go to sleep, I think, and we wouldn't let her. I'm sorry, guys, but that was kind of funny. I love her so much. I don't think she's on here right now. She won't know I'm talking about her. But anyway, but yes, yes. Hey there, Nikki, how are you? Albert, you cute little thing. Aw, stay cozy and warm. It is, guys. It was almost too warm and cozy there for a minute, because I had my little cardigan sweater on here, my little purple sweater, and it was just almost too much for an old sis. Aw. But yeah, she's the sweetest little thing, guys. Mm-hmm. Yes, she's a riot. And I mean, and you know what? She has an autoimmune disease too. And Sabrina, I mean, like, I just love her messages. I always have. And you know what? I even saw a couple of her messages before I even started my channel. And I think she was talking about a dream she had had, and I just thought, wow, that's my sister in the Lord. And of course, I knew that, what the book of Amos said about, surely the Lord God does nothing unless he reveals secrets to his servants, the prophets. And I've always thought that her dreams were so prophetic. And, I know she doesn't have a whole big bunch of them or anything like that, but I think that, she's always been faithful to report on them, so that we can know that, what does the Bible say about we prophesy in part, right? And oh, Hannah, every time anybody runs the water upstairs or flushes a commode or like runs a shower or anything, Hannah gets freaked out. I don't know what it is. It's Hannah and water. So yes, I praise the Lord for our doggy friends too. It's a wonderful thing, guys. It really is. I don't know what I'm doing on this thing, by the way. I'm trying to get more used to doing these live streams, and I'm glad at least I can like park right here and sit on my fireplace and talk to you guys, because I think I found a little corner within which it works. So I mean, because as long as you guys can see me and it's not doing that little spin thing, because I was over in the dining room area. There's like a little breakfast nook area right before you go out on the deck here, and the whole thing was just spinning the whole time. And guys, that wasn't even on a live stream. That was on me just doing a pre-recorded video on that dream that I had of our transformation. It was so wonderful, guys. That was the best dream I ever had in my life. I'm not just kidding you either. Thanks. Hey, Ginger. Oh, guys, I love Ginger so much, and her and David and their little dog Zoe, and I went over there to her house too, and they were so sweet, and she cooked for us, and it was just so wonderful, and I spent the night with her, and her husband's so talented, and he just makes beautiful teeth, and I had a girlfriend that really needed their help, and she didn't take near as much of their help as what she probably should have, and but nevertheless, I mean, like, we do what we can for each other, don't we, in the body of Christ? And we don't always see eye to eye on that, but you all are so generous and sweet to everyone, and I loved coming up and seeing you. Oh my goodness. And it makes sense. You know that John Denver song that says, Almost Heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. And it is, guys. Life is old there. It's older than the trees. It is flowing like the mountains and even gin bugs, honeybees. Because see, I'm a rapper and don't know it, guys. That's what it is. But it was so beautiful up there, and your all's home is so cozy and so beautiful. I love it. And so, hey, Ginger, I haven't seen you in a minute. And oh, hey, Amanda Christian, you cute little thing. Wow. Oh, she's talking about a cheeseburger. Oh, are you craving cheeseburgers now? Is that what it is, Amanda? I think that's what it is. Mm. If you were here, I would cook you a world famous Kim Mosley cheeseburger because I am a very good cook. And of course, cheeseburgers is something that's near and dear to my heart too. Alex and I always say cheeseburger in paradise, just like, we're kind of old parrot heads, or I guess we like Jimmy Buffett or something. Oh. Oh, Ginger, yes, I'm so glad. It seriously, you guys got a little corner of heaven up there, almost just like a little glimpse into the next dimension up there because it's so beautiful. And you guys know something? It was really weird because one time I was in Paintsville or Pikeville, Kentucky. I can't remember. I think it was Pikeville. It's at the very end of the state. Like if any of you guys know how Kentucky is made, it kind of looks like it comes to a point out towards West Virginia and Virginia on the east side. And I was standing there, or I was sitting there, and I was in my car, and I had come to the point where you can't go any further. And there's a road going in front of me, and it's to the right or the left that I can turn. And I happen to look in front of me, and I see the mountains going forward. And then I see the mountains turn and go towards the south, which would be me turning to the right. And then I see them going on up towards the north. And I thought, hold on just a second. That's like three different mountain chains. So knowing me, I had to stop by a gas station, and I said, "Hey, how come it is that the rocks turn, that way?" I said, "Is that the Blue Ridge where it meets the Smoky Mountains to the south and the Appalachians to the north?" And he said, "Yeah." He goes, "It really is." He goes, "Are you Native American?" I'm like, "That much," but yeah, 1/16 or 1/8 or something. But yeah, does it take that to notice that? I don't know, guys. Maybe a geology major. Hey. But anyway, oh, the cheeseburgers. I'm gonna have to catch up on what you guys are saying here. Oh, you all are so wonderful. We are family, guys. Yes, with the bacon. You don't even know about the bacon. Mom told me first thing when she got up this morning that she wanted bacon. I said, all right then. Thank you for your service. And you got it. And so I made her a big bunch of bacon. Guys, I promise you, I think I cooked up 2 or 3 pounds of bacon. No kidding. But that's what she wanted. So, and Veterans Day, it only rolls around once a year. So I think she likes it better than her birthday, guys. Oh, goodness. Oh, David, how's mom doing? How is she? Your mom is a little sweetie, too. Oh, honey mustard. Oh, see, cheeseburgers. Hey there, Sherry and Diane. Oh, and Jeff, you little cute thing. Just because we don't live across the park from each other anymore, like a little stone's throw, then you can come over to my house too. Because if you don't have anywhere to go on Thanksgiving, you're gonna have to come over here and get a plate of food, okay? And besides that, Jeff, please, I heard today, and for those of you guys who may or may not know him, because I know that he's just a local guy here in Lexington, Kentucky, that me and Jeff know because we live here in Lexington, that there's a guy named Brenton Salwin, and he's a Christian brother. He's our brother in Christ, and he has a channel called Brenton Salwin Mysteries to Search. And he uses that verse in the Bible that says that it's the glory of God to conceal a thing, to conceal a secret, and the honor of kings to search it out. And he feels like that, like with these cryptids, because especially around this area, there are a lot of Bigfoot sightings and dogman and some things like that. And of course, wouldn't it be though, guys? And I know that it's kind of a controversial subject. And yet I think a lot of us in the body of Christ know that since these are the end days, these Nephilim can take many forms, the fallen ones, so to speak. Whether you want to call it like what some people would call an alien, and we know them to be the fallen ones, like fallen angels, or the abominations that they made, right? And they can take many forms. And so he kind of does stories like that, like the Bigfoot and everything. And poor Brenton, that was Alex, guys. But Brenton saw when, if some of you guys would go to his channel and maybe show him some love and pray for him. Just today over at Baptist Hospital, he found out that he has stage 4 cancer in his kidneys, and he's been in the hospital since the weekend. He was in there for 4 or 5 days, and they've been testing him and everything, and they said that it is stage 4 in his kidneys, and he said he's going to do his best if he can to try to beat it. But guys, he needs our prayers. And so, hey there, Gigi, you cute little thing. Gigi said hi, Alex. And here's little Hannah again. There she is, Gigi. There she is, guys. Oh, yes, and I mean yes, and I mean the fallen ones. Yes, they messed up everything. Dag on them. Mm-hmm. Yes, Jesus won. Mm-hmm. That's exactly right. And guys, I mean, you know, the way I got to know Brenton, and I know that this may be controversial for me to say this, but we've known each other a few years now, or most of us have, for 3 or 4 years, and I wouldn't tell y'all a not so for nothing. I mean, there's no sense in it. But the reason that I got to know Brenton is I told him of an encounter that I had when I was 21 years old. Alex doesn't want me to tell you. He goes, "Oh, come on, Kim." But if you all are interested in it, I can send you a link or whatever if you want to know about it. But it was just one morning I was heading to class. I was over at Eastern Kentucky University, and I was driving the little country roads to try to get back there, and I almost ran over him. So yeah, he's about 8 foot tall and about 4 foot wide. So yeah, he's real. And I mean, and that's the thing, is that I'm like, hold up just a second. Cause I mean, nobody talked about stuff like that back then. I thought it was just a big, tall black horse coming at me, till I noticed that the eyes weren't on the side. They were looking straight at me like a man. And then he started making the faces like a man, like, "Hey, woman, you're going to run over me." And I mean, it was just very, and I was thinking, hold up just a second. You guys aren't supposed to exist. And what? And I'm crooking my neck and looking up to the right. And he barely stepped out of the way, guys. I mean, I thought I was a goner. I was praying to Jesus. I was like, "Oh, Jesus." And I mean, and just really, I mean, somehow that thing kind of stepped back a half a step. And I mean, and you ought to see how agile these things are to be as big as they are. It blew my mind. And so much so to where it took me from, that was in 1986, guys. I was 21, and I never even told a soul. Never told my twin sister, never told my husband, never told anybody until I finally, my mother and I were just, for chuckles and giggles, we're watching that You know that show that was on Finding Bigfoot and stuff, and we'd watched a few episodes of it, and she thought it was kind of funny, and and so I was like, well, Mom, I said, a lot of these state police and a lot of these doctor, lawyer, Indian chief types have said they've seen them, and I said, what do you think about that? She goes, I think they're probably telling the truth. I said, well, you know what? I saw one. I finally just swallowed my pride and everything else, and because I didn't know what she'd say, after all those years. And she was like, well, why didn't you tell anybody? I said, yeah, I'm going to tell somebody in a small town where I grew up, like down by the lake, right outside of Lexington, back in the mid 80s. I'm going to tell somebody that and be the laughing stock of the whole town. I mean, knowing them, they'd probably still scoff at it. Even though there's so much evidence to prove and so many people that are credible sources that are certainly not lying about it, they can't lock us all up, right, guys? Well, maybe they can try. Oh, Hannah, stop it, honey. Oh, honey. Oh, little Hannah, honey. But what are you doing, guys? Oh, goodness. I don't know. Maybe I'm not the best doggy parent. I'm just too good to her. I don't fuss at her that much. Anyway, I love you guys. I probably need to go and let you all go. Hey, maybe Sis Sabrina will see this. Hey, kitty cat, you cute little thing. And Joan, oh my goodness, you all. And Sherry, you all just have no idea. I love you all so much. I could just sit here and talk. I feel like we're all in the room. I do. Oh, and little Albert, you're just the sweetest little thing. You know that, brother? Mwah. Yes, Amanda Christian, thank you for backing me up on that. Thank you. Yes. Hmm. Yes. And there was a pod of Sasquatches, yeah, and they tried to come out and mess with your horses. They were probably a bunch of juveniles, like teenage boys goofing off, really. And I couldn't believe how human the thing looked. And it looked so intelligent behind its eyes. It was unreal. I mean, and it almost gives you this thought thing. It almost pushes a thought on you. It was very strange, guys. Very. And I don't want to like make it like that I'm giving the devil any glory, because I mean, I don't know how much of these things are, I don't know. I mean, like it's kind of scary, guys. But it's like he gave me this thought, like, wow, we dodged a bullet, didn't we? Kind of like that. And at first he didn't want me to see him. He's like making like a tree, like, and then he's like, oh no, she sees me. She's one of the ones that can see me, or how do I know? But it seemed like that anyway. That perhaps some people just walk right past them and think that they're a tree trunk, or, if they're, eh, you wouldn't believe how these things can camouflage into the night. And it was like, it was right there before the dawn, and a lot of people say it's the darkest before the dawn. And man, this thing he just disappeared into the night after that. I looked back through my rearview mirror and he was gone. I was like, wow, how does something that big move that fast? It was crazy. Yes, juvenile males can be very dangerous. That's what I've heard too. They're the ones that there was um, something on TV or the news here just recently in one of the state parks, and it seems like it was in the Daniel Boone National Forest. And some guy was shooting at one, and they were getting all over him because he'd opened fire in the middle of a park, with other campers around. But the guy said that the Bigfoot was coming after him and his or really messing with him, like messed up his campsite and all this stuff, and he was going to get him gone. So, hmm throw bacon at him. Exactly. That's what I heard too. Is they like it. But who knows? I don't want to figure out what they like. I can't believe these people go out there and like make those calls and everything. I'm telling you what, just think it's funny all you want. Go out there and call if you want to. You don't want to see what's going to come out of there, because I'm telling you, there's many times that I wished I'd been 30 seconds quicker, 30 seconds slower, something to where I'd never seen that. Because I think about it a lot more than what you'd think you would. Because I guess whenever that, I didn't know what it all meant back then, guys. But I knew that it would, that it would have meaning for later on. And I think that now we know what they are, that they are a type of Nephilim, or a Raphaim, as they call them, the ones that walk here, you know. probably terrestrial. Some people think that they're interdimensional as well, that they can, because they say that they've seen like where their footprints just stop in the middle of like a field, and like as if they just, beam me up Scotty. Who knows? Um, and who knows what the relationships are between, different types of Nephilim. I mean, they make fun of it kind of on TV. Like I saw this little cartoon, or it was a little commercial one day where they had like a little Bigfoot, and he was up there spinning around in a little spaceship with a little green alien man. So yeah, they just gonna go on make fun of us if they want to. But there's something to all of that. Yes. Well, guys, okay. Now I'm gonna set out a challenge to you guys, that one of you guys, and I don't know, Amanda, I know you're having a hard time because of the pregnancy, and it's really hard on you, but somebody needs to do another live stream, and I'll be looking for one of you guys to do that, and that way we can keep on fellowshipping tonight. I'll give you a chance to eat some snacks, or eat dinner, or whatever you need to do, but I'm gonna be like looking at this. So anyway, I love you guys, and thanks for visiting with me, and keep looking up, guys. Yeah, go out in the woods today. Yeah, I'm gonna guys, I mean the deer. I mean, like, oh my goodness, I gotta tell you all about this. Oh my goodness. Okay, Saturday night, not this Saturday night, but a week ago. My husband and I were driving home at midnight. We were coming home late because it was we had been over at his parents' house, and there was a buck, a big 8-point buck that ran out of the Starbucks parking lot and ran across the street right in front of us. And we're like, what? Yeah, I don't see that in the middle of the city every day. And it kind of freaked us out. So anyway, we didn't think much about it. And then come Tuesday night, this past week, so it'll be a week ago tomorrow, sure enough, there was a 4 or 5 deer right in the middle of the road at 10 o'clock at night when we were trying to go home. And I got a video of them and everything, and I was going to show them to you guys, because it was so weird, because Alex got out of the car and had to shoo them aside. And I mean, I rolled down the window, and I've got my best Native American voice going, hey, 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 trying to get, like how you would do with a horse or cows to get out of the road. And they just sat there and stared at us. And guys, this is no wildlife sanctuary that I live in. This is the middle of the city. And Lexington has close to 300,000 people now. So it's not like a little bitty city. I'd say even within the city limits, there's at least 275, 280,000 people. I mean, so it was really weird. I was like, what? So I don't know what happened, guys. All I know is that was wild. And I was gonna upload it and then I had all kinds of problems with people hacking into my account and everything, to where I never could get it loaded for you guys. And I wanted you to see it. Oh, no pressure. Thanks, Mercedes. I love you all. Yeah, I'm not going to put any pressure on anybody else to continue it. I just love when we do little live streams together, because it's like we're all sitting around like talking, like back when we were in college, or maybe back when we were younger. And soon, like when the rapture happens, we will be young and beautiful and strong, and we'll feel really good. And no telling, guys. Oh, oh, yeah, okay, you're boring, Mercedes. Yeah, okay, well, no, you're not. I've talked to you on the phone before, so I know that that's a little not so. Shame on you. Anyway, I love you all. Little kiss from me. And say a prayer for old sis Kim. Oh, Richard, thank you so much. And Ginger, thank you. Yes, and little purple kitten, you cute little thing. Oh, I know everything's going to be okay, guys. I know it will. I'm not even worried about it. If the Lord does tarry, I'll have the surgery and everything's going to be okay. I'm sure it will. Um, I know it will, guys. And whenever I post this, I'll try to put my email on there in case any of you guys want to, pray or talk or chat, or, and I use it for everything, my PayPal and my email and all of that. So it's probably how they got a hold of me and hacked me. Who knows? Because I get my email out all the time. Who knows? But I love you guys, and I love you, Gary. Hugs, Charlotte, and Manders. And Pete, you little cute thing. Oh, Pete, you're going to have to roll this back if you weren't on the whole thing, because I told him a little bit about what happened to me about back in 1986, about my encounter, so to speak, with the large, hairy, giant thing in the middle of the road. So, one they call Bigfoot. So anyway, I love you all, and I'll try to do this again real soon. Hey, Vivian, love you, Richard, love you guys. And I'll talk to you all soon. Okay.